and welcome to our 8th Java Intermediate tutorial. On our previous video, we showed you how to do a wrapper class. So as we said, the first column is the primitive data, and the second column is the wrapper class, is the wrapper data type. So today we will be going through exceptions. So what are exceptions? Exceptions are used to handle errors from programmer or from a user side, and we are going to do three different types: the try, the catch, and the finally. So what is try? The try tests for errors in a block of code while it is being executed. The catch defines a block of code to be executed if errors occur in the try block, and the finally lets you execute regardless the error. So let's go through our first example. Here we have a try block. We said that it tests for errors in a block of code, so it will be testing the statement, this block, while it is being executed. And here we are going to do an error from the programmer side. So as you see, we have declared here an array of strings that's called names, and we have three arguments, we have three names, and here we're going to print out the index number 3 of the array of the names array. So we have 0, 1 and 2, and we don't have 3, so we should get an error. So in the second part, the catch is going to catch the error that will happen inside our try block. So let's run the program. As you see, we got an output of an error occurred. So let's go through the finally block. Finally block lets you execute regardless the error. So as you see, we still have the same error, but the block inside our finally, the statement inside our finally will still be executed. Let's run the program. As you see, we're still having the error here, and an error has occurred, but it will still run the statement, the block inside our finally has been executed. So regardless the error, we will still get the finally printout or the execution. So let's see if we are going to print Tom. So we are going to print index 2, as we said, 0, 1 and 2, and we should still have the printout inside our finally block. Okay, so as you see, here we have Tom, because this time the index number is right, which is inside our array, and the finally block, it has still been executed. So let's go through exception errors. There are several types of exception errors. There is the arithmetic exception, file not found, array index out of bounds, and security exceptions, etc., etc. So let's do an example. We are going to use the arithmetic exception. Here we have created a static method, static void check age, and inside our parameters integer as age. And here we have created an if else statement. So if age is less than 60, it's going to throw an error, an arithmetic exception, which would say you must be over 60 to be eligible for pension. Else, if the age is more than 60, then you are eligible for pension. So let's go to our main Java program. Here we are calling this static method from the exception class, and we have declared the integer age as 59. So as we said, if age is less than 60, we are going to throw an exception error. So let's run the program. So as you see, we wrote you must be over 60 to be eligible to pension, as you see over here. This is the arithmetic exception. Here it tells us the line, which is line number 33 of the exception class. And from our main program, the error is on line 14, which is as you see here. So let's replace the age from 59 to 65. Let's run again the program. And as you see, we get an output of you are eligible for pension. So the else statement has been executed. Let's do another example of a throw exception error, but this time it's going to be from the user side and not from the programmer side. So what we are going to do, we are going to ask the user for his age, for his or her age. Then we are going to store the user input in age. And here again we are going to use the same if else statement. So if the user inputs less than 60, then we are going to throw an exception. Else if the user inputs the age that is more than 60, then he will be or she will be eligible for pension. So let's run the program. Here we get enter your age. We are going for the first one, we are going to write to input 61. So as you see, you are eligible for pension. Let's run again the program, and this time we are going to input a number less than 60, let's say 59, and we get the same error as before. As we said, you must be over 60 to be eligible for pension. This was the arithmetic exception. So the second line tells us that we have an error on line 50 in our exception class, which is this one, line number 50. And the third line, it says that we have an error on line 14 in our main class, which is the Java Intermediate, which is this one, number 14. So that was all about exception errors. Thanks for watching, and if you like my videos, please share and subscribe. Thank you.